Hi everyone, welcome back to Hindu Consulting Group's YouTube channel. I am Raghav Yadav, a third year statistics honors student from Hindu College, and this is our second video on how to crack dream internships. Welcome to the video. And talking about my profile, I am placed at Accenture Strategy and Consulting, which I'll be joining right after my college. And I have had the opportunity to intern at Invest India, YCP Floridians, and many other startups. I've also taken a lot of consulting projects that have added to my experience. So let's jump right into it.
Hi guys, this is Deepika Bartwal. I'm a final year BCom honors student at Sri Ram College of Commerce, Delhi University. I've been selected by Deloitte USI for their audit assistant role and that I'll be joining after my college. Talking about my internship experience, I've been fortunate enough to intern at organizations like Niti Aayog Invest India in my second year, and other than that, I have joined a few startups in my first year. So the experience has been really great there. Thank you.
Hi, Deep. First of all, thank you so much for accepting our invite to feature in the video of how to crack your dream internship. And I must say that your profile is very lucrative for every DU student, considering that you have already interned at Niti Aayog and you are currently also interning at Invest India. So to start with, I would want to get your opinion on how can DU students find the right internship for them. And once they have found like 2 to 3 companies, how can they go ahead and use LinkedIn to grab them?
Okay, so hi. So first of all, thank you for the appreciation. And talking about the first question, which is finding the right companies and right internships. So I would say the first thing is identifying the companies based on their interests. So in your first year, you might find finance very fancy or marketing very fancy, but it might not be your forte or you might not be good at it. So I think in first year, I would say explore as much as you can. Try out internships in finance, in marketing or HR, and then based on your interest you sort things ki acha I am good in finance or I like marketing better, and probably in your second year target the companies based on your interest.
Okay, and I also think that people can look out to their seniors profile because those are the people who have done what you want to do. So just keep a lookout for people who you think you want to be, see their profile, and I personally found like a match. I found like a pattern of few companies repeating, and that's how I shortlisted mine personally. But I think that helps out a lot. And talking about the internships, what do you think are the relevant skills that one must have before they start applying for internships? And second, this is the question that actually a lot of first years ask me: what is the correct time to apply?
Okay, so starting off with the first question, which is the basic skill set required for applying, I would say I think again it depends upon your interest. For example, if you want to apply for a marketing internship, then the first thing would be you need to identify what are the skills relevant to that internship. For example, you need to know about SEO or SCZs and other marketing related skills. Otherwise, if you're applying for finance or HR, you need to identify the skills that are relevant for that profile. Other than that, I think there are basic skills which are applicable to every domain irrespective of the field, which is like the basic communication skills, your management skills, because that is also very important when you're interning. Then also do not miss out on the opportunities to network with people while you're interning, because the network that you made during your internship at any company, that is going to really help you a lot in long term. So
Yeah, and I think I also agree with the networking part because I Invest India was the first brand firm that I interned at, and I made sure that I connect with each and every individual I could find, be it offline, and that helped out a lot. And also regarding like the skill set required, I think again it depends upon what kind of internship you're applying for, but there is one particular thing that I want to point out, that Excel is something that you need to know at any cost. And you should avoid internships which have, like I think you'll agree with as well, which have these fancy titles called business development, these growth titles, and what they end up doing is basically sales only. Just make you forward messages, sign up for courses. I think people should avoid that in case you want to add on anything to it.
So I think for first year you can explore with startups, and I would say in second year try out brands, because at the end brands really matter in your CV, because this is something that is going to take you forward, right? So first year mein if you are exploring, second year mein try to have those brands in your CVs. We all know there are certain companies that everyone targets, right? So try to focus on those companies, try to get
I
that.
totally agree with that. Honestly, in the first year you can try out for startups, but you should try to have like a balanced CV. So later on, go for brands for sure. Also talking about brands, it's really hard to reach out to them. So personalization plays a key role in it. Like you can personalize your CV whenever you're reaching out to someone over LinkedIn or anything. So what do you recommend? How does one go about personalizing their stuff? So their CV, their mails or anything.
Okay, so starting off with the CV. So I think a lot of students make this mistake of not really customizing their CVs based on profiles or based on companies. You can't send one standard CV to every company that you're applying for. For example, a CV which you're sending to Invest India might not work for some finance oriented company, right? So you need to customize the CV based on the company or the profile that you're applying for. Let's say you are applying for some XYZ finance company, right? There you will be mentioning that you have done some finance courses, like a very famous thing is NISM courses that students do. And at the same time, if you are sending that same CV to consulting company, that might not be relevant for them.
Right.
They'll be looking for the live projects that you do or any
PORs that you
PORs that you hold in the societies, right? So I think customizing your CV based on your profile is very important. So I would say have that thing very clear in your mind, like have that structure. Acha, okay, I want to apply for finance. So try to add things which are relevant to finance domain for that company. So if you have 4 or 5 internships and one of them is finance and the other one is consulting, so try to avoid writing the consulting one in your CV, instead add the finance one, right? So that would be one, customize your CV. And second is customizing your mails. So again, a lot of students do this mistake as well. So while they're cold emailing people, they try to send that one basic email to
paste it,
everyone, right? They are not basically addressing that person with their name. They're not mentioning the company's name even in the email. So I think from a recruiter's point of view, recruiters will be receiving hundreds of such emails on daily basis, right? So I think they're going to just ignore your email like the other 99. So what really differentiates you from the rest 99 is how are you able to connect with the recruiter. For example, so here stalking also matters. So if you know that this company is doing something very innovative in this thing, so you can mention that in your mail, right? So just to grab the attention of the recruiter. Okay, so this person knows about what we are doing.
Right.
This person knows that this is the pain point.
They have
and-
done their research.
Right. So yeah, exactly. Researching about the company, which is equally very important. So I think customizing your mail is one such thing. And I think, yeah, if you are, a lot of people do connect over LinkedIn. So instead of cold emailing, they first try to reach out to the potential recruiter over LinkedIn. So yeah, I think customizing your
I think you can add in a personalized note in LinkedIn. Many people don't know
Do,
this
yeah,
in their
yeah.
first year. So what I do is whenever I'm reaching out to a recruiter, I look at their profile, look at their recent posts, maybe what they are interacting with, and try to add in like a single line. That also matters a lot, because if they see that you have commented on something that they recently did, so they are more likely to accept the request and connect with you. In the similar case for my Invest India, what I essentially did was, because this was the internship that I needed at any cost, I had made up my mind. So I went through their whole website. I put in words from their website into my mails, into my CV as well. I put in words from their job description. I connected with like around 25 people, and eventually one of them reverted, which also happened to be like one of our college alum. And that's how I personally got my internship at Invest India. So I think personalization plays a very key role. After personalization, I think people will also look out for skills that you have, right?
right.
So there are courses that you can do to enhance your skill or upskill. I have done a lot of them, but I also want to know your opinion. Like, do these all matter, or have you done them, or just around those?
Okay, so I think courses do matter when it comes to gaining the relevant skills for a profile. So as you mentioned, like I do agree that Excel is something that is universally applicable to every job profile that you go for, whether it's finance, HR, marketing, anything. I think Excel these days is very important. It's an integral part of our lives. So I think doing a great course on Excel, about Excel, is very important. You can really look for a beginner's course if you are if you are a rookie to Excel. Other than that, if you think that you have basic skill sets of Excel, you can probably go for advanced Excel courses, but at least do Excel courses. This is the first thing that you can start with. Second is, I think there are a lot of courses on Udemy or Coursera for that matter, which are very relevant to the basic skills that you have. For example, there's this very famous course of financial modeling that a lot of students do to explore what exactly is there in financial modeling or valuations. So if you are interested in finance, you can probably go for those courses. If you think that you are interested in marketing, then probably look for courses that are relevant
That are on that, yeah.
to marketing. And I would say not only do courses for the certifications. I've seen a lot of my
Agreed.
friends
A
doing
lot.
courses just for the certificate. They'll just complete the courses within 16 hours and they'll put the certificate. I think that is not very useful in the long run. I'd probably
Totally
say
agree.
do the course, then find out live projects or find out the real life projects that you can use with the course that you're doing. So that way it would be, I think, much more helpful and would add more value if you do it this way.
You know,
So
I
that's my
totally
take.
agree with the
Yeah.
certificate part. I've seen people just do tons of courses
Right.
just to get the certificate, and it won't matter. Like, what matters is how you're able to actually use what you learn in the course during the course of your internships or anything like that. And the live project part, that actually makes a lot of sense. I personally did courses on machine learning, etc., because I was more into data analytics. That also helped me with the Invest India part because they also use that. There is this very famous course on Coursera, machine learning by Andrew Ng, and it's one thing I want to point out for the Coursera part specifically, that you can apply for financial aid. You don't need to pay for the courses as well, though you can get them for free. They're also on YouTube, but if you want to access the assignments, etc., you can apply for financial aid. So I think to wrap up, we have covered a lot of. But to wrap up, what would be like the single tip that you would want to give out to your juniors who would be, let's say, divide this into two parts. First one would be just starting their college, who are in the first years, and second one would be who are in the second years, have the summer internships coming up, and then the placements. So these two groups.
Okay, so starting off especially for the first years, I would say don't be very nervous when it comes to, starting off your college life. So in first year, may try to have fun, because second or third year, it is going to be very hectic,
Very
literally very hectic. Placement, internships or courses, then college exams. So you might not be getting a lot of time to have fun or to explore things out. So first year, I would say do not take a lot of pressure. So explore things out, explore your interest. Really hang out with your friends, explore your college,
Totally
connect
agree.
with your
Use that.
seniors, right? Don't be very, don't take that pressure in your first year, because first year, it's literally very chill, right? And yeah, for the second years, I would say patience is the key. So second year, I think almost everyone looks for brands. So it's not possible that you're sending 100 mails every day and you get responses from the recruiters. So I think patience is the key, and you keep following up with them appropriately, and at the end you'll be going to be fine and you'll be going to get the internship.
Right. Conversion rate is very good.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So patience is the one thing that I would say matters a lot when it comes to applying for internships, especially in second year. So try to be patient, wait for the right time, and I think at the end of the day you will be going to have a good profile when you work consistently towards your eventual aim. And also I would say don't really follow the herd mentality. So in DU this is happening a lot. So for example, if there's a company that one person has interned with, and then the wave starts in the college that
I've seen that.
literally everyone is going to apply for that company, and you're not really asking the person like how was his or her experience in that company. So I think don't really go for herd mentality. First try to identify where exactly do you need to see yourself 5 or 10 years down the line. So based on that, build your profile. Don't just go here and there applying for that company, applying for this company, doing some random course just that your friend is doing. So don't do those things. So make sure that you're consistently working hard, but based on your goals and based on your preferences for your future prospects. So that would be one.
I think, yeah, that matters a lot because I've seen this personally as well. When someone from a college gets into like a brand internship,
Right.
others just follow up randomly.
Absolutely,
They don't see is it even worth interning there or not. And there was one more point that I just want to sum up and add on, that personalizing your interview answers and preparing well for it also matters a lot, because when I remember applying to like a lot of internships and not getting even my CV selected.
Right.
But once you get that first one in, you need to make sure that you put in everything you have. So personalize your interview answers, make sure that they are up to the company mark. You can write the pointers, don't write full answers, because that sounds like you have just reading it from there.
Right.
So write pointers and prepare well, and I think you will eventually get a good internship.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.